Welcome to the 38th International Documentary Film Festival here in Munich. Wherever you're watching or listening, you find us in the Silbersaal in the Deutsches Theater in the center of Munich. The festival is taking place on screen and also online from the 8th of May to the 21st. And now I'm very happy to say hello to Noé Reutenauer, or Reutenauer, I don't know how you pronounce your name, it sounds a little German, who has made the film A Bump in the Heart. It's the German premiere and it's a Belgian production. So Noé, welcome to the DOK.fest Munich.
Thanks a lot. Hello.
Hello. So, I guess everybody will ask you this, but it is a question that is kind of, it runs with it, let's say that. How did you meet Kirill?
Yes, I met Kirill 10 years ago in Brussels, in a circus school where I was doing clown courses, and Kirill was doing a circus show with a lot of people with disease or without disease, and they were making a circus show together and to play in theater in Europe. So we become friends.
So you were a teacher or you were taking the course?
I was taking the course. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So you were on the same level, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. And we become friends in the vestiaire. You know, we meet each other sometimes and sometimes not. And we decided to. It's a little. The theater asked me to do a making of the circus show. Where Kirill's play, and we become friends. And after the circus show, we decided to do a short movie with Kirill and all the band of the circus show. So we did a short movie 7 years ago, and after the short movie, we were sad to start the work together, and we decided to do a theater movie, only Kirill and I, to continue the talkings and to continue to work together and passing time together, you know.
I see. So and was Cyril? I mean, he's a extreme talented artist and poet. Did he write like a script or like for this short movie? Whose ideas were you filming?
For the short movie, it was a fictional documentary. So it was a short movie about life of Kirill and other person, and there wasn't a script. It was just we select places to film and characters, and it was all improvisational, you know.
Improvised.
Yeah. Improvised, yes. And so no, we don't write a script.
Yeah. What was now making this longer film, which is very personal and very intimate? What was the biggest challenge for you as a filmmaker? Because one thing is to play in a circus together and to become friends and to kind of and the other thing is to put a camera in between the two of you.
Yeah. That's it. And the aim to making this movie was for me to put a bridge between Kirill and the spectator. And this bridge was our relationship, our friendly relationship. So I know Kirill from 10 years ago. We talk a lot. We see a lot together and in the real life. And I wanted to make a movie for the spectator to can understand Kirill, what is happening in his life, in his head. and because I saw a lot of movie with Down symptom and disease, and I was very sad because a lot of movie don't give the talk to the person himself. You know, we are interviewing the parents, the educators, the teachers, and I saw a lot of movie with disease, Down symptom and handicap, and the person herself or himself doesn't talk in the movie. So I wanted to do a movie only to give the parole to Kirill, and only Kirill, and a little bit relationships, but that was yes, that's it.
So yeah, that's no. I mean, that's a big. There is a deep truth lays in that. No, that's always third people talking about somebody who's there, and you say, well, why don't we kind of get the connection with the person directly?
Yeah. And make a connection between Kirill and us to show, because I was very touched by the life of Kirill and his way of looking for love, and it reminds me my youth, my adolescence, you know, and I think people like Kirill are very caché in the society,
marginalized. Yeah, marginalized.
We can't talk to them. We can't know them. And making a movie was a way for people who never see people like Kirill in real life to understand a little bit them, and making a bridge between their story and our story, which are similar for a lot of people. And yes.
Yes, I mean, it's the basic universal story: boy meets girl, or boy wants to meet girl. And I mean, everybody is longing for love and for being understood and for company, not only intellectual company, but also company for the heart and, of course, for the body. Yeah, yeah. When you see his drawings, all his figures have breasts and willies, so penises, and so I was really very flabbergasted seeing them because they're so great. And there's this hermaphrodite, no, these gender fluid creatures longing for love and sexuality, but he focused on magazines, no? He focused on fairy tale like gorgeous looking women, which are commercial creatures, no? They are created for a business and for the advertisement industry, basically, no? If you see him looking at Vogue and taking off all these beautiful, ravishing women, what do you think? How did this start? His fascination for high-key magazine, fashion magazines and beauty. Where does that come from?
I think it's a little bit the same thing for every one of us. We see mainstream culture in a capitalistic world of all this. These images, this way of looking a woman and men, and to see publicity with beautiful mannequin, and you know. And I think Kirill is he see this every day, and he don't kill the phantasm of Barbie and Ken, you know, and we all have to kill the phantasm of Barbie and Ken to find real love and to be happy. And Kirill don't kill this phantasm, maybe because his parents don't talk about that with him, don't talk about sentimental and sexual education, you know, and he has to play with all this phantasm alone, and to find an equilibre, to adapt himself, you know. But
to find a balance, it's a very interesting point you're making there.
Yeah. no, we all eat these images of mainstream culture, and we all have to detach stuff and not to look at this because it's a lie, you know. So
maybe you think he fears the reality. I mean, maybe he fears knowing that he might not find somebody. Maybe that's why he stays in this phantasma.
This phantasm, yeah, he's building a castle, you know, imaginary castle, and he built it very well, and we don't have to destroy it because all life of Kirill can be destroyed if we destroy this castle. So it's an equilibrium, yeah. And for him, he's looking for movies and all, but this way of looking love is a way to looking for normality, you know, to have a life like he see in those movies on video clip, music clip. He wants a girlfriend and a family and a house and a car because it's a way of normal life.
Of course. Well, yes and no. I mean, he could also look at documentary films or at more realistic things. You don't have to see the high-end video clips with the cars and the bling-bling stuff or going around. I mean, there is another life accessible to somebody with Down syndrome. But in his case, and I want to ask you about that. It's not a theory, but it's an assumption. I mean, there's this scene with the father who is an antiquities dealer. So Kirill has lived all his childhood and all his life surrounded by treasures and all these stories that all these antiquities and all these treasures the father deals with have. I mean, there is a story to all these paintings, this Bulgarian icon and the other things. And so I think that art has a big influence on him from the very beginning, and that's why he's so good at painting, and maybe that's why this kind of world speaks more to him than the reality outside.
Yeah. I think you're right. He's born in this family, and his father is talking him a lot of history of these objects and antiquity, and Kirill is always making a mixture between James Bond, Louis XIV, Louis XVI, and you know, it's a big universe, and he mixed all that like a milkshake. So that's fun. But,
yeah, I mean that's a very good place to come from to be an artist. No.
Yeah.
And he's I mean, what is happening now after the film? I mean, he's an extraordinary good painter. Is there anything going on for him now that a wider audience is able to know him? Or I mean, is he going to have an exhibition, or how is it? How is life now for him after the film?
Yeah, he was yet doing exhibition with his painting. So he will continue. His life doesn't change a lot after the movie. You know, we go in cinemas to talk about the movie together, and he loves this doing this.
Okay.
But continue to paint, to do theater in this association, the CREAM in Brussels, and he go back to real life, and his painting are in exhibition. Yes, in Brussels, and Paris, and Europe, and he loves that. But it's yeah.
Okay, and his plans of moving out home, leaving his parents' place, how is that going on?
It's not in the future proche. It's not prévu.
Okay,
yes.
it's his.
It's that his parents are becoming older, so yes, they have to find a way for Kirill to leave after them, because
No, because there's a very interesting scene. I mean, if he would take the step to move out and live with other people, There's, for example, this scene in the theater where this other person tells him, "You're always in your fairy tales. You just want the princess. I mean, there is no princess." And so this clash with reality maybe could also be more possible if he would move out of home.
Yeah, maybe, yes. But it's that's a hard difficulty for Kirill, because he wants to be a normal boy, so he don't want to go in institution, with
other
apartment and other people with Down syndrome, and so I think in reality he preferred to stay in his parents' home with his imagination and his room and his castle, and I think he will not be so happy with other people like him in quotidian, and he can't live alone in an apartment because his parents doesn't learn him this. I think it's possible, but the parents have to do the work with him.
I understand. And he enjoys the screen. I mean, how did he react when he saw the film for the first time?
He had a great memory, so he was always talking during the movie and remind me what will pass in the scene, and he was he didn't forget everything, so he had to see the movie a lot of time to detach the shooting and heal the real life and see the object movie. But he's very proud of making this movie and talk about it, and he loved it. But yeah.
Yeah, great. I thought maybe he complained because you didn't put in this and this and that, but he didn't complain.
He told me that the princess at the end, if we had to reshoot again, he will choose another princess. But that's
why? What was wrong with this princess?
Because she wasn't blonde enough.
I was asking. I was really. Did he want a blonde one?
Yeah. So,
incredible. But, I'm going to. Yeah.
So, but the father of Kirill saw the movie a lot. He told me that he learned things about his son that he didn't know. So it's. I think the movie is useful for that also, for the parents.
Yeah, well, that's a great achievement. No, I mean, that's beautiful. If the parents are involved in this kind of way, and I mean, it's very sweet, this father and son scene where the father tries to get him to have first sexual experiences, and the son is like trying to maintain his dignity and his autonomy. And such a heartbreaking scene between the father and son. It's great. I want to ask you one question, which you asked Kirill, and the question is: what is your maddest dream for life?
For me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's love too. Kirill, I have the chance to find the love in of my life, I think, and I hope it will during all life, and I'm very romantic too, and I hope I will stay with the same woman until we die. Okay. That's my dream. But
well, that's great. That's a great wish, and a great dream. And well, I hope it comes true. the funny thing I also thought is after his 35th birthday, he kind of had like a midlife crisis. He said like, I'm tired, I'm old, I'm it was so funny because he looks so young, no? I mean, he has this very young appeal and yeah.
It's funny,
yeah. Yeah. Well, then I wish you all the best with the film on your tour. We are having it here. We're very happy to screen it. And for you, dear audience, this film is also nominated for the Audience Award, sponsored by the Bavarian Public Television, the Bayerische Rundfunk, and Dreisat. So please, if you like the film, please vote for it and don't forget to vote. So see you next time.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Ciao.